ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखयाल् चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवगौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ॐ नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्तकांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंकुं लङ्कयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधव श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. So we had already discussed up to uh, shloka number 12 of chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita. It's a very important chapter. Why is it very important? Because essentially the Vedic scriptures, they are always written in such a way कि the main thing that the speaker wants to emphasize on is always kept in the middle. The most transcendental knowledge or the most secretive thing is kept in the middle, so that only those people who are very serious would ever get it. Else people would go into the introduction and summary and try to conclude something, but the most important things are always kept in the middle, so that it is only available for those people who just dive into the scripture, who just dive into the literature to understand, to get the essence, to just take out the gems. If you see, like, in an ocean, from above you can see that there are a lot of fishes, right? But only when you dive deep, that's where you find, pearls and uh, all those valuable stones and jewels you will find when you dive deep. This is something, when Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj, when he was speaking about Srila Prabhupada's purports and Srila Prabhupada's books, he used this analogy actually, and it is very true. When you read, you know just you read on the surface, you will find that it is really simple, and it is, it is okay. Yeah, the sense gratification is in more or less the same things. We will feel that way. But when you dive deeper and deeper into the purports and try to study it scrutinizingly with the help of Krishna and Srila Prabhupada's grace, when you are sincere, that is when the purports and the literature, the scripture starts revealing itself. The transcendental literatures are like that. They are not any ordinary mundane novels or any ordinary book. Say for example, Bhagavad Gita is not an ordinary book. Some people are there out who call themselves to be spiritual gurus. They say that, oh, Bhagavad Gita, you should treat it like, it's a book of knowledge. So there is no hard and fast rule, or you just simply get into it. No, it is not like that. You have to respect the book. Why? Because it is a scripture. Sarvopanishadodgavo Gopalanandana. It is the essence of all the Vedic literatures. And very second chapter, you will understand the level at which Bhagavad Gita goes. Because in the second chapter itself, how Krishna starts, he starts by establishing the fact that what is important is spirit and not matter, which makes it different from 99.99% of the books outside, which does not speak this truth, right? So this is a book of truth, this is a book of wisdom, undoubtedly, and this is the book of transformation. This will bring immense transformation, but for that we should be in the mood of Arjuna, we should be in the mood of surrender, and we should understand the fact that we are very insignificant compared to the vast ocean that Krishna is giving. We don't know anything. That is what it is. So with the help of those realizations, we will understand that how the scripture is revealing itself. So why I told all these things is because uh, Bhagavad Gita is essentially divided into three parts. The first six chapters comprises of Karma Yoga. The last six chapters comprises of Jnana Yoga, and the essence of Bhagavad Gita is in the middle six chapters, which speaks about Bhakti Yoga. If you take any other book for that matter, it is like that only. There is a particular way in which the Vedic literatures, they are revealed. Like you saw in the second chapter of the Gita itself, the name of the chapter was only that, the content of the Gita summarized. The entire thing is there, but we cannot pick it from there, so we need a detailed analogy. So Krishna gives good details. So whatever is very close to you, you will keep in the middle, so that those people who are not worthy won't get it. That is what it is. So we have started with the seventh chapter. So from seventh chapter to 12th chapter, these six chapters are very important, because this will reveal Krishna's heart. That is what. And we have already seen how Krishna says all those things. इससे पहले we saw how Krishna is beyond all the three modes. He also, says that, Rasoham apsu kaunteya, I am the essence in everything. I am the taste of the water. Balam balavata chaham kamaraga varjitam. That I am the strength of the strong, the intellect of the intelligent. He says all those things. Then means he is speaking about himself. He spoke about three things here in this chapter so far. He spoke about himself, he spoke about his external energy, which is Maya, Bahiranga Shakti. Then third thing he spoke about is an energy which is superior to Maya, which is qualitatively one in nature with that of the Supreme Lord. That is, it is also a spirit. It is also spirit. The external energy, Bahiranga Maya, is matter. And superior to that energy is a different energy of Krishna, which is not matter, which is spirit, which means it is qualitatively one with Krishna. That is what? That is Tatastha Shakti. That is us. All of us, we can say. So Krishna spoke about three things here. The Bahiranga, Maya, then his a bit superior potency, and himself. So now we'll see that what are the relations. Okay, and Krishna says that what is the ultimate goal? The ultimate goal of the superior energy, superior than the external energy, that is Tatastha Shakti, that is us, is to surrender unto Krishna. That is the ultimate goal. We saw that in the uh, you know uh, in the 12th verse, Krishna was saying that, I am beyond these modes, I am beyond my external energy, and all those things. Now Krishna will say that what is actually happening between, these two energies. Like we saw that, Krishna saying that we are actually superior to Maya, because it is matter and we are spirit, but still we are suffering. And we say that we are suffering. Why we are suffering? Because we are in Maya. How is it so? Now Krishna will explain. So Krishna is now going to explain the sambandha, or what is the relationship or what is actually the external energy doing, and what is the Tatastha Shakti, what is happening to it. That is what Krishna is going to explain. Like what is actually happening to us in this world, that we can see. Okay. 13th verse. त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैर् एभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति माम एभ्यः परमव्ययम्. So Krishna, previously he was telling that what he is करके, है ना. कृष्णा वही बोल रहे थे ना कि मैं क्या हूँ, मैं एसेंस हूँ हर चीज में, मैं ये माया से परे हूँ, मैं ये थ्री मोड से परे हूँ. ये सारा चीज भगवान बोल रहे थे. इनफैक्ट मैं ये जो महामाया है इससे मैं टच नहीं हूँ. इनफैक्ट शी इज रिसाइडिंग इनसाइड मी. Krishna told that in the 12th verse. So we can see in the 13th verse. So the link is that, knowledge about Krishna should lead to surrender unto Krishna. अभी तक तो Krishna was speaking about him, his knowledge. So that knowledge should lead to surrender, isn't it? Because you understand that, surrendering unto Krishna is the supreme thing. Because this is not our nature. Matter is not what we are. हम लोग इसके अंदर ट्रैप्ड है. ये चीज हम लोग समझ जाएंगे तो इससे बाहर निकलना चाहिए हमको, है ना. तो knowledge about Krishna should lead to surrender unto Krishna, but ignorance of his greatness caused due to attachment to his inferior material energy is an obstacle to such a surrender. Having said about himself being distinct from his two energies, that is inferior and superior, Lord Krishna will now explain the importance of taking his shelter along with those who do and do not seek his shelter. Like till the 12th verse, we saw that Krishna was speaking about himself, and he spoke about Maya and as well as us, the Tatastha Shakti. Both the things, the inferior form of energy and superior form of energy. Now Krishna is going to speak about, surrendering unto him, that you should surrender unto him. So what is actually stopping us from surrendering? That is what this shloka is going to speak about. So Tribhir Gunamayair Bhavair. Tribhihi means three. Gunamayai Bhave. So there are three gunas. That is Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. The mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. So Tribhir Gunamayair Bhavair. So actually this material world, this material energy, this Maya of Krishna, it is consisting of three gunas. Ebihi Sarvam Idan Jagat. Ebihi. All these, Sarvam, everything, Idam Jagat, this universe. Okay. Mohitam. So Mohitam means deluded or illusioned. So what are we illusioned by? Tribhir Gunamayir Bhavir. So this entire Jagat, this entire cosmic manifestation, this entire material world comprises of what? Three modes of material nature. ये माया देवी का त्रिशूल है. दुर्गा देवी के हाथ में जो त्रिशूल रहता है, वो त्रिशूल के अंदर वो जो तीन ट्राइडेंट का ये रहता है, वो व्हाट इज दैट? दैट इज एक्चुअली द थ्री मोड्स ऑफ मटेरियल नेचर, सतोगुण, रजोगुण एंड तमोगुण. So this is a permutation of satoguna, rajoguna and tamoguna is what making us dance. तो जो गुण होता है ना, गुण शब्द का जो है ना संस्कृत में एक और अर्थ रहता है, उसका अर्थ होता है रोप, रस्सी. So these guna also translate to a rope. So these three modes of material nature, these three gunas are actually like three ropes, with the permutation and combination of which we are dancing like puppets in this world. That is what. Whatever we do, we come under the influence of a particular mode of nature. And under that mode of nature, we do a certain act. And when we do that certain act, some resulting karma phala is going to come. But along with the karma phala, we are actually increasing that level of like that mode inside us. Just for example, if a person is into intoxication. Okay, intoxication is something which is a big karma. We should not do that. But he is doing intoxication. So intoxication is in the mode of ignorance. So when he is getting intoxicated, and along with that, because of those substances, some karma phala he has to incur. he has to come across a point where he is going to get some sort of disease, mental or physical or whatever. That disease is going to come. So this is the mode of ignorance, and because of the mode of ignorance, that act in the mode of ignorance, in his life also, in his character also, the mode of ignorance is actually prominent now, as a result of which he is going to be lethargic, he is going to be lazy, he is going to be mad, he is going to be illusioned, and he is going to have temper issues and all those things. you नो he'll be short tempered. यार पता नहीं, जैसा मन आता मैं कर लेता हूँ, मुझे पता नहीं, मेरे से हैंडल नहीं होता. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं ना कि आई कैनॉट हैंडल माई एंगर, आई जस्ट स्पिल इट आउट. वाई? बिकॉज यू आर इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय द मोड ऑफ ignorance more. In all our lives, actually these three modes are simultaneously there. It is not that is what makes things confusing actually. It is not that the three modes, only one mode is acting at a particular point of time. No, all the three modes are there, but one mode will be prominent, right? Like थोड़ा सा सत्वगुण है, रजोगुण है, पर सबसे ज्यादा तमोगुण है, ऐसा होता है. या फिर, so whatever we do, it is in a particular mode of nature, right? Whatever we eat is in the mode of like for example, if there is someone who is eating meat, he is eating in the mode of ignorance. Somebody is eating late night, he is eating in the mode of ignorance, right? Somebody is eating एकदम मसालेदार तड़केदार चीजें, it is in the mode of passion, rajoguna. So what happens is that whatever you eat, that is the mode that you are acquiring, so your character is also framed in such a way. You understand? All these things are essentially linked. Your mind will think in such a way. So many things we don't realize that whatever small things we are doing in our life, it is actually with the influence of a particular mode of nature, and that particular mode of nature is going to become part of your mental state. How? Because it is forming vasanas inside you, or it is for indirectly it is forming a new kind of nature inside you. So that guna is becoming part of you, and whatever your inclinations will be, it is on the basis of those gunas only. So you cannot expect a person who is eating meat and drinking wine and flocking around with girls, okay, doing all sort of nonsense, gambling and all these things, to be a good person at the same time. It is not possible. They might show you that they are good or whatever they are, but actually inside they'll be bad only, that we know. Why? Because of his habits. We understand that because in those habits he is actually inviting tamoguna, and because of that he is becoming tamoguni, right? All these people who are those people who do all these nonsenses, you see, they are always active at the night. Why is it so? The bars and all those things, it is active during night. More people come during night now. Why is it so? Because night is also in the mode of ignorance. The time is only in the mode of ignorance. So that is what these people love. What is the music that they love? That is also in the mode of ignorance. The thought process is in the mode of ignorance. So similarly, whatever we are doing, every small things actually matter. Every small things is actually inviting and forming your character. It is actually forming your mental state. It is forming your mindset. So what happens is that once it keeps on forming, and after a certain age you already decide what is your next life, what is your body in the next life. So it is so dangerous. So everything is linked. And what is the linking factor which is linking everything? जैसे कि karma, जैसे कि प्रारब्ध, and the karma that we are doing right now. What are we thinking right now? What are we inclined towards? What do we like? What do we don't like? All these things are under the modes of nature only. If you see, with the eyes of shastra, or if eyes of a knowledgeable wise man, if you see the entire world, you will only see the three modes of material nature acting, nothing else. If a person is getting mad at you, he's under the mode of, he's under a particular mode. That is why he is doing that. You see, everywhere you see these three things. That is why, and the biggest problem is that we cannot identify it. We cannot see it with these bare eyes. So that is what makes it more complicated. So Krishna is saying here that त्रिभिर गुणमयेर भावैर एभिः सर्वमिदं जगत मोहितं न अभिजानाति. So somebody who is deluded like this, like we told, somebody who doesn't know this fact, somebody who is just deluded that everything is happening, but actually everything is happening because of these three modes of material nature, and he cannot see it, and these three modes is acting and making him deluded that you are doing. Somebody who is illusioned like this, mohitam, na abhijanati, na abhijanati, he does not know. What he does not know? Mam ebhyah param avyayam. That mam, I am, that is Krishna is telling about himself. Krishna is speaking here. Mam, me, ebhyah, he, I am above all these things. Ebhyah param, and I am the supreme, avyayam, and inexhaustible. You see, so Krishna was telling before that, he was speaking about his own nature. So Arjuna might come across a doubt that if this is your nature, you are the supreme, everybody should be surrendering, then why is not everybody surrendering? Krishna says that because people don't know only me. Why don't they know? Because Tribhir Gunamayir Bhavair. This entire Jagat, this entire universe is comprising of the three modes of material nature. And the three modes of material nature is in action. And what is this three modes of material nature doing? Mohitam. It is actually putting everybody under illusion. Everybody is delusion. Everybody is deluded here. हम लोग कह देते हैं ना कभी कभार फ्लो फ्लो में सब मोह माया है. ये मोह है और माया के कारण मोह है. People who are saying that they are in moh maya, they only don't know what is moh and what is maya. They are just saying for the sake of looking cool or whatever it is. Many times we see that in the office and everything. People say all sort of things. They are speaking the perfect philosophy, but they don't know the meaning and purport to it. That is what. So mohitam. So everybody is deluded, and because everybody, if you are deluded, if you are illusioned, then how do you expect to know? How can you know? He is the supreme truth, right? When you are living a false life, thinking that it is true, that is delusion. How do you expect to accept and understand the supreme truth? Is it possible? No. So that is why Krishna is saying that because everybody is influenced by these three modes of material nature, they are actually deluded, and because they are deluded, na abhijanati, they don't know me. Mam ebhya param avyayam. That I am what? Mam ebhya, I am above these. There are some fools who say that, Krishna is an historical figure. He is a historical. Sri Ramchandra is a historical figure. He is a great personality of India. They are historical. What historical figure, Baba? They are not flesh and bones like us. The supreme personality of Godhead. You should not just, consider them to be ordinary men. Some people say this. They say that what is the need of reading Bhagavad Gita when you already know the pastimes of Krishna and follow in his footsteps? Do Leela. That is what some people, some fools, they say this. They are utterly foolish. Why? Because they are trying to understand Krishna staying in the three modes of material nature. They think that Krishna is also like them. Right? So that's why Krishna is saying here, Mam Ebhyah, I am above these things. I am above this Maya. I am above these three modes of material nature. Krishna is saying. He is not under any delusion. He is above all these things. And he is Param. What is Param? Param means he is the supreme, the greatest. Avyayam. Avyayam means he is inexhaustible. He has no death like anyone else. So some people say na कि कृष्ण जी, जब कृष्ण जी मर गए तो ऐसा हुआ. अरे मूर्ख, अव्ययम, भगवान का मृत्यु नहीं होता. इसीलिए इफ यू सी इन इस्कॉन वी कॉल इट अपीयरेंस एंड डिसअपियरेंस डे. बर्थडे एंड डेथ डे नहीं बोलते. देयर इज नो बर्थ एंड देयर इज नो डेथ ऑफ कृष्णा एंड हिज डिवोटीज. इट इज अपीयरेंस and disappearance. They appear at a certain particular point and they disappear. See, this is essentially, something which is very much misunderstood. People think that at a point of time the Supreme Lord, he takes all those expansions and comes down. No, it doesn't happen that way. He is already here. It is just that he appears in front of all of us. Like if you go to Braj, if you go to Vrindavan, Krishna is there, Srimati Radharani is there, all the gopis are there, Yashoda Maya is there, Nand Baba is there, Balramji is there, everyone is there. They are doing Leela eternally, even in this Vrindavan, which is, by the grace of Krishna, it is visible to us today. Even this Vrindavan, this Bhauma Vrindavan, Krishna is eternally doing his pastimes. It is only that we cannot see it. There are great sadhus in Vrindavan, they can still see Krishna face to face, they can speak with him. They have that relationship with Krishna. We don't have it, that's why we cannot see him. And because we cannot see him, जिसको मैं नहीं देखता वो तो मैं नहीं मानता. ऐसे तो नाना का नाना परनाना को सब हम लोगों ने थोड़ी देखा, तो हम है ही नहीं क्या, कभी थे ही नहीं, तुम ऐसे ही आ गए एक दिन. इसलिए लोगों को ये सब ऐसा ये होता है कि बंदर बंदर में से आए थे करके. तो ये वही लोग हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं. One time, Srila Prabhupada, somebody was saying that, Darwin's evolution theory, and he was saying that, Swamiji, we have came from monkeys and all those things. This is evolution. And Prabhupada said that your forefather might be a monkey, my forefather was not. Like that. So now we can see that it was just a hypothesis. So it is not a proven fact or something, evolution. Even the NCRT syllabus has taken that down. So the point is that people are so foolish that they have a certain set of experience in this world because of these three modes of material nature, and they try to superimpose those limitations to divinity, right? Especially when it comes to Krishna Leela. Till the time of Sri Ramachandra, the Maryada Purushottam, it is okay. He is only married to one person and all those. But when it comes to Krishna Leela especially, people have this that कि तू गलत किया है यार, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था. अरे भाई तुम क्या चीज को किधर impose कर रहे हो? It is spirit and this is matter. Both are different entirely. And spirit is above matter. So we are actually nothing but perverted reflections. Whatever we see here is actually a perverted reflection of what is happening in divinity. That is what. So we are trying to impose the rules, regulations, and laws and limitations of this perverted reflection into the reality, into the supreme truth. So that is what is happening. So it is very important to understand that Mam Ebhyah Param Avyayam. I am Ebhyah, I am above all these things, the three modes, Maya and everything. Param, I am the supreme, and I am Avyayam, I am inexhaustible. I am never going to be finished. See, deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. It's a very beautiful purport by Srila Prabhupada here. I insist you all must read it. Okay. So now the 14th verse is going to so Arjun might come across this thing. Oh my God, this is a serious thing. People are not understanding. People are deluded, and all those things are happening. So how to get out of it? So now Krishna is going to tell you how you can get out of it. First, he is going to speak about the seriousness of the matter. That how serious Maya is, how powerful she is. Then he will say that how you can get out of it. You see, Daivi hi esha gunamayi मम माया दुरत्यया माम एव ये प्रपद्यन्ते माया मेतां तरन्ति ते. दैवी, दैवी means transcendental. दैवी ही एषा गुणमयी. So this gunamayi, guna means again the three modes of material nature. Gunamayi मतलब जिनके अंदर ये गुण है, जिनका ये गुण है, सब बोलता है ना. So something which is consisting of these gunas, whose gunas these are, ये दोनों मतलब हो सकते हैं, गुणमयी. Okay, consisting of the gunas. So daivi hi esha gunamayi. So this gunamayi Maya, mama Maya. So whose Maya? Krishna is saying mama Maya, mera hai, my, mama Maya. This Maya is not something, which came out of nowhere. This is something which belongs to whom? This belongs to Krishna. So we are trying to enjoy Maya. How? by enjoying matter. This matter is nothing but manifestation of Maya. So this we are trying to enjoy matter, which is Maya, and she belongs to whom? She belongs to Krishna. Krishna says Mama Maya, right? So we are trying to enjoy Krishna's property and keep Krishna out of the picture. This is Ravana, right? Ravana wanted whom? Sita Devi. Sita Devi belonged to whom? Sri Ramachandra. And Ravana tried to kidnap her and enjoy her apart from Sri Ramachandra. This is what? This is actually Ravana mentality. Right? So Daivihi Esha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. So this Maya, this actually belongs to Krishna. So that is why Prabhupada always told that we should not have Ravana mentality but Hanuman mentality. What was Hanuman mentality? Hanuman mentality is to get back Sita from Ravana and to keep her at the lotus feet of Sri Ramachandra. So we have to use this, or you have to uh, provide Krishna service with the help of his Maya. His Maya belongs to him. So we have to use Maya in the service of Krishna. We should not use for our own bhogavritti. That is Ravana. The other side is actually Hanuman. So we see here कि दैवी ही ऐसा गुणमयी mama maya duratya. So this Maya consisting of gunas, she is transcendental. Why is she is transcendental? Because mama Maya, she is my Maya. She is my energy. Mama Maya Duratyaya. See, this is the most important thing. The most important of the words in this particular verse. Duratyaya. Duratyaya means it is very, very, very extremely difficult to cross over or overcome. Duratyaya. She won't let you to go out. So that's why one of the name of Maya Devi is Durga. So she is like a fortress gatekeeper. So Durga, she will not allow you to go. The Dur is like a negating word. So here also Dur is coming. Duratyaya. So she won't let you go. It is very difficult to overcome. You just cannot cross over. Why is she so powerful? Because Mama Maya. She belongs to Krishna. So Daivihi Esha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. It is very difficult to overcome. But don't worry. Mam eva ye prapadyante. माम मीन्स मेरे पे या फिर unto me. एवा इन सर्टेनली ये जो व्यक्ति, a person who you can say like, yeah. Mam eva ye, somebody who unto me certainly prapadyante. Prapadyante means to surrender, sharanagata hono. Mam eva ye prapadyante. So somebody who surrenders unto me only, or surrender unto me certainly, mayam etam tarantite. So that person, mayam, so that this illusory energy of mine, etam tarantite, he will overcome. Okay. So now Krishna is speaking two things here. The first two lines is speaking about the dangerous nature of Maya, in which he says three things. That one thing is she comprises of what? This gunas. This guna. She is gunamai. Daivihi. She is transcendental also. Devi Esha Gunamai. Mama Maya, she is mine. She is my energy. That's why Krishna is calling her Devi. Because she belongs to Krishna. She is not something external. Like she is external energy of the Lord. She is the energy of the Lord. That's why the first word used is Daivi. So Daivi Esha Gunamai, this Gunamai Maya is whose? Is mine. So first thing he says that she is comprised of gunas. Second thing is she is mine. Mama Maya. Third thing is she is Duratyaya. It is very difficult to overcome her. But don't worry, you can overcome. How? Because I am the master, right? Mam eva ye prapadyante maya metantarante. Some person who comes and surrenders unto me alone can cross over. Because she is mine, right? Like that. This divine energy of mine, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So we all are trying to do that only. Now we all are trying to just get out of the clutches of Maya. So this is one of the reasons why one Krishna's name is Mukunda. So Mukunda is that person who gives liberation, who gives mukti, mukti pradayata, Mukunda. So now in the in the 15th verse, so yes, so Krishna told that you just surrender unto me and you can just cross over the material modes of nature, right? But at the same time, now one doubt may come that if it is so that you can just surrender unto him and get out of this, then why aren't people surrendering? And who are those foolish people who won't surrender? है ना? We will also come across this doubt. हम लोग को ऐसा लगा कि इतना आसान है, अगर सरेंडर ही करना है ना, मेरे को सरेंडर हो जाओ, निकल जाओ इधर से, भगवान बोल रहे। लेकिन फिर भी अगर लोग नहीं कर रहे, still if people are not willing to surrender, who are those people, baba? Thus this doubt may come, who are those people who won't like to surrender and get out? So now Krishna is going to describe about those people. नमाम दुष्कृतिनो मूढ़ाः प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमाः माययापहृत ज्ञाना आसुरं भावमाश्रिताः. Four kind of people Krishna is speaking here. Namam dushkritino मूढ़ाः प्रपद्यन्ते. So namam prapadyante. So there are some people who don't surrender unto me. Who are those people? Dushkritino, miscreants. Some people who are dushkrita, they like doing all those sins and all those dushkritino. Moodhaha, who is foolish, grossly foolish. Nara naradhamaha, who is the worst among mankind. Nara means humans, and adhama means those people who are the lowest. So the lowest among mankind, naradhama. Maya apahrita jnana. So these people, they do what? Maya apahrita jnana. This Maya, this energy of mine, because of her stealing away. Apahrita. Apahrita means stealing away or taking away. Maya apahrita jnana. Jnana means knowledge. So ये जो knowledge है, because it is stolen away by Maya. How it is stolen? Because of the three modes of material nature, you are delusioned, and because you are delusioned, you are not in knowledge, and because you are not in knowledge, asuram bhavam ashrita. These people, bhavam ashrita means they accept. Ashrita means accepting. What bhava? Asuram bhava. The bhava of asuras, demons, demoniac. You know, so very can't say beautiful, but still knowledge giving. So these are the kind of people who don't want to, who won't surrender unto Krishna. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, though whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. So four people. So namam dushkritino mooda prapadyante. So namam dushkritino prapadyante. So there are some dushkritas, there are some miscreants who don't surrender unto me. Prapadyante. Who are those people? Moodaha, people who are grossly foolish. Naradhamaha, who is lowest among the mankind. Mayaya apahrita jnana, someone who is, whose intelligence, whose jnana, whose knowledge is stolen away by Maya. Asuram bhavam ashritaha, people who have become like asuras, who have become demoniac, who have become atheistic. So these four kind of people are those people who never surrender unto me. So if you read the purport, Prabhupada has actually taken all these four categories of people, and he has essentially linked it with today's world, that कौन क्या क्या है करके. When you read ना, you will understand and you will realize, अरे हाँ सच है यार, ये तो यही वो लोग हैं जो लोग कभी भगवान का शरण नहीं लेते. जैसे कि मूढ़ाह here means people who have animalistic propensities. What do you mean by animalistic propensity? Means they are not interested only, and they don't believe only that there is a higher cause, that there is a higher purpose in life. They want to live like animals. Living like animal means what? Means eating, sleeping, mating, defending. These four things, what animals do, we also do. So they are they like to improve it. They want to improve those facilities. They want to eat very palatable stuffs. It doesn't matter if they are killing someone. They want to eat very nicely. They want their tongue to enjoy. And this is an animalistic propensity. Sleeping, they want to sleep for hours and hours in a very comfortable cozy room with AC on and mattresses and all those things. Very, they say that it should be like a farm, and just sleep. You're just going to die for some time. Sleeping is just like, it is compared to dying only. You die for 8 hours every day, like that, you can say, if you sleep for 8 hours. So it is like that. You're never going to know, but you want comfort there. You want to increase the comfort. It should be very nice, like that. So eating, sleeping, mating, sex life. Are bapre, this is the thing around which the entire world is revolving now. They want this only, everyone, right? What is everybody aspiring for? It is sex life only. Nice sex I want. Nice one. It would be very nice if it is everyday new person, like that. There are fools who want things like this. People who aspire for this. People who get famous for being like this. And people who get fan following for being like this. So these are moodas. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, just like animals. They are living like animals. They have no idea that they have got this human form of life, which is certainly different from other species of life, because you can think, you can be more conscious, you can elevate yourself, you can think that why I am existing, but you don't feel like doing it. Why? Because you are a mood, grossly foolish. So these are animalistic fools who work hard solely for material sense pleasure, which is available for animals too. Right. This is what these are the people who who come under the category of moodha. Second category is naradhama. They are who are lowest of mankind. So humans who lose their chance to revive their lost relation with God, these people are actually naradhama. They are lowest among them. Like some, this human form of life, this is for the sake of what? This is for the sake of establishing our loving relationship with Krishna again. This is the highest perfection of life. If you are not doing that, then you are lowest of mankind, because you are not a man only, nothing. Or lowest among men if you don't want to do it. So some people who give up bhakti, who come into bhakti and give up bhakti, are also included here by Krishna. Naradhama. Then Mayaya apahrita jnana. This is simple. Mayaya apahrita jnana means those who are intelligent, but their intelligence is stolen. Who think that they are knowledgeable, but their knowledge is actually stolen by Maya. Who are those people? Who are deluded speculators. They are speculators. क्या ऐसा होता होगा? ऐसा होगा ना? मेरे हिसाब से जो लोग रहते हैं ना, मेरा हिसाब लगाते हैं, है ना? अरे भाई, तू कौन है हिसाब लगाने वाला? कुछ लोग रहते हैं ना, बोलते हैं कि अरे मेरे हिसाब से ऐसा नहीं, मेरे हिसाब से भगवान ऐसे होंगे रे, है ना? है कि नहीं? मेरे हिसाब से ना ऐसा. So this is actually dry speculation. Who are you to speculate, Baba, who Krishna is? People are speculating themselves, and they are writing books after speculating for a long, long hour. So they are included here. Maya aparta jnana. They don't have any knowledge. Yeah, their knowledge is actually stolen away by Maya, by the external energy of the Lord. You can see people like this around. When you read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam completely and understand the core message, you will see that all these people are walking around us. Some of the people are famous also for being Maya Apahrita Jnana, but still they are famous because their followers are also foolish like them only. They are Maya Aparta Jnana and they make their followers Mudha. That's what it is. So deluded speculators, despite having studied the scriptures, their knowledge is stolen by Maya and they think of the God to be ordinary human. So some people are there now. You see, some people say that I have already read the Bhagavad Gita, I have read Bhagavatam, I have read everything. But after that also their conclusion is that God is like humans only. So they are Maya Aparata Jnana. For so-called knowledge they have, it is stolen by Maya. The fourth one is Asuram Bhavam Ashrita. These are the demoniac atheists who are envious of God. They don't like only. So they are envious of God and godly men also. They don't like. So see, here it is said, those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. So you see here, Prabhupada actually mentions the four things, and he elaborately describes actually who is what. And he gives pastimes also. Okay. Now, Krishna has spoke about those four people who don't surrender unto him. Now, Krishna will speak about those people who actually approach him. That is what Krishna is going to say now. So, सिर्फ बुरा साइड ना अच्छा साइड भी बताना पड़ेगा ना. So, चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम जनाः सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासुर अर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ. कृष्णा से इस चतुर्विधा विधा भजन्ते माम. भजन्ते मतलब भजन्ते माम मतलब मेरा भजन करते. So they do bhakti of mine, they practice devotional service of mine, they render service to me. Bhaja, the root word bhaja actually means rendering service, right, in Sanskrit. So chaturvija vida bhajante mam. So there are four. Chatur means four. So chaturvidha means four kinds of, right. So chaturvidha bhajante mam. So there are four types of people who do bhakti, who do bhajan of mine. Janaha Sukritino Arjuna. So such people, those people, Janaha Sukritino. So this is exactly opposite of the previous shloka in which Krishna uses the word Dushkritino. You see? So he says that those people who do my bhajan, they are who? Sukritino. They are Sukritinaha, who are pious. They do good deeds. Sukritino Arjuna. So, which means that somebody cannot claim himself to be a devotee and at the same time be Dushkrita. It's not possible. Somebody, they just cannot call themselves devotee and do all sort of nonsense. It is not possible. So Krishna clearly says that there are four type of people who do my bhajan, and those people are what? Janaha Sukritina. They are pious. They do good deeds. They have all the good qualities. Sukritino Arjuna. So, who are those four kinds of people? Artho, Jitnyasur, Artharthi, and Jnani. There are four kind of people, right? So, some people who are Artho. Artho means those people. Artha means they are distressed in their life. Distressed. They are suffering, and because of that, they turn towards Krishna. Artha. Like for example, Gajendra. Gajendra was under in Srimad Bhagavatam. We see that Gajendra was an elephant, and he was a celestial elephant, and he was actually caught by the jaws of a crocodile. And in that situation also, he understood that I cannot win over this, and he decided to surrender in that state to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Artha, he was somebody who was distressed. Like Panchali, she was distressed when she called out for Gopal, Govind. She called out. So Artha, it is not a very bad thing to call out to Krishna when you are distressed. Why? Because ultimately he is your shelter. What is the problem? If you have distress, you share with him. He is your best friend. So Artha, first kind of person, those people who are distressed, they come to me. Jitnyasur. So Jitnyasu is that person who is very inquisitive, like the Shaunakadi rishis. You know, uh, like it comes in Srimad Bhagavatam actually. The Shaunakadi rishis, they were very inquisitive to know about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Who is the Supreme Lord? What does he do? And all those things. So there are some people who are very inquisitive to understand that हाँ ये process तुम करते हो माला करते हो अच्छा इससे क्या होता है. They genuinely ask. They don't have any preconceived notions. They are just inclined towards knowing. They are very मतलब बोलो में जिज्ञासा है. They are very inquisitive. They want to know. They want to ask you. If when they find a sadhu, when they find someone in orange, they will not either disrespect them or blindly say कि हाँ ठीक है. They will go and ask them, why do you do this? Why do you wear like this? Why do you have a hairstyle like this? Why do you have this danda in your hand? All those. So they'll ask, what are you doing? This japa, what is japa? So these are people who are jitnyasu. So some people who are jitnyasu or inquisitive, they also turn towards Krishna to understand. Right? The third one is artharthi. Artha also means money, and artharthi means for the purpose of money he is coming. So artharthi means he is a person who is seeking wealth. He wants wealth. That's why he is worshipping the Supreme Lord. Means material comforts also. Like somebody who wants material comforts, they also worship the Supreme Lord. We can see that, right, in this world also. So like for example, Dhruva Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam, he was actually, felt very depressed and despondent that his father avoided him, and he wanted a bigger kingdom than his father or any other person who has seen. So for that sake he goes to Vishnu, and does tapasya. Ultimately he gets pure devotion, and he doesn't want money anymore, but at the same time he started the process for that thing only. But artha. So he wants some material benefits, some money. He is seeking wealth in this world. The fourth class is jnani. Jnani is that person who is in knowledge, who knows the difference between the body and spirit soul. He knows that the supreme dharma of the spirit soul is to render loving service unto the lotus feet of the supreme personality of Godhead. That is jnani, the seekers of knowledge of Lord Krishna. Example, Shukadev Goswami, you can see. Shukdev Goswami was already jnani, he was already realized. But even though he was realized, he was interested to know about Krishna. Right? This is the difference between Jitnyasa and this thing. So he is self-realized, he is a jnani, he knows that he is not this body, he is spirit soul. Then he is turning towards Krishna, that he wants to seek the knowledge about Krishna. That is jnani. So these are four kinds of people who actually turn towards Krishna. This is what Krishna is saying. Now Krishna says, Tesham jnani nitya yukta eka bhaktir vishishyate priyo hi jnani notyartham aham sa chamama priyaha. So ये Tesham, वो लोग वैसे, like those people who I have mentioned before, that is those four kind of people who are either seeking wealth, or they are distressed, or they are inquisitive, or they want knowledge of me. So tesham, out of those four people, jnani nitya yukta. So among them, the jnani, the fourth person I mentioned, those who is in knowledge, nitya yukta. Nitya means what? Always. And yukta means he is engaged. Engaged in what? Engaged in devotional service. Eka bhaktir vishishyate. He is Nitya Yukta. Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate. He is Eka. He is only Nitya Yukta. He is only engaged in what? Bhaktir Vishishyate. Vishishyate मतलब विशेष है, special. Bhaktir Vishishyate. Okay. So among those people, those four kind of people, Tesham, Jnani, the fourth kind of person who is knowledgeable, the Jnani, he is what? Such a jnani who is what? Nitya yukta eka bhaktir. So that person, he is only engaged, always, eternally is engaged in what? Loving service. Eka bhaktir, only bhakti. Such a person is what? Special. He is vishishyate. He is special. Okay. Priyo hi jnaninotyartham. Priyaha, he is dear, like he is very dear. He, certainly, jnanino atyartham. Jnaninah, so to that person, uh, who is, so for that person, priyaha. uh, Priya means I am very dear to that person. Priya hi jnanino tyartham. Atyartham means highly. Aham, so I am very dear to such a person, to such a jnani. You see what Krishna is saying here. Tesham, among those four people, the jnani who is nitya yukta in devotional service, such a person is very special to me. He is very special. See, Tesham jnani nitya yukta eka bhaktir vishishyate. He is very special to me. He is special. Who is special? Among those four people are very great. From those four people, the jnani who is in knowledge and he is rendering devotional service always, he is very special. Why? Because priyahi jnanino atyartham aham. So I am aham very dear to him, to that jnani. Atyartham, very highly dear to him. And such a mama priya. And he is also dear to me, mama priya. See, that is what Krishna is saying. Of these, the one who is in full knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best. For I am very dear to him and he is dear to me. You understand? So, what is Krishna actually trying to say here? We must actually have this habit of trying to understand Krishna. We should be attached to this process of understanding who Krishna is. That is what Krishna wants. That is what makes Krishna feel very special. So, Krishna speaks about two things here. He says that out of those four people are Sukritina. In any ways, they are very pious. But among those four people, the jnani is very special. Why? Because that jnani is that person who is nitya yukta, who is always engaged in eka bhaktir, who is always engaged only in devotional service. And such a person who knows me and who is always engaged in devotional service to me is special. Vishishyate. Right? And for such a person, I am very dear to him. Priya. Atyartham Priya is very highly, Priya, very dear. I am very dear to him, and such a jnani, such a bhakti yogi is very dear to me as well. That is what Krishna is saying. See, it is such a beautiful shloka, right? This shloka actually tells you how you can establish a beautiful relationship with Krishna. The first thing is you must cultivate this, attitude of knowing Krishna. See, without knowing him, how will you love him? You have to simply love him, but some sort of knowledge you should have, who actually Krishna is. You cannot just think like anyone else, like हाँ कृष्णा होंगे कोई मतलब हमारे जैसे ही. So that's not how you develop love. You should know about him. So how will you know about him? Read Bhagavad Gita. He is only speaking about himself, not there. You read there, read Srimad Bhagavatam, what the devotees want to speak about Krishna. What are their pastimes? How do they exchange love with each other? So that you can understand that what is your inclination, how do you want to become, what is your relationship with Krishna. So how do you establish it? By jnana. You should have knowledge. And with that knowledge, you should do what? Nitya Yukta. Krishna doesn't say that दिन में 2 घंटा और 4 घंटा या फिर महीने में 2 दिन टेम्पल में नहीं. नित्य युक्त एक भक्तिर. You should be always engaged in the service of the Lord. Such a person is what? Vishishyate. He is special to me. So if you want to be special to Krishna, this is how you become special. That's the simple purport you can say. Yes. While the first three types of Sukritinas serve Krishna because Krishna fulfills their desires, a Jnani serves Krishna wanting to know about him and without material desires. So, Jnani is the best. A Jnani searching after knowledge realizes that he is different from his material body. Upon further advancement, he knows the Brahman and Paramatma. When fully purified, he realizes that his constitutional position is to be the eternal servant of the Supreme God Krishna. So now, in the 18th verse, so see, Krishna, although Krishna said that, the jnani is dear to him, he loves all the four kind of people. It is not that he doesn't love. So now Krishna confirms here. कि ऐसा मत सोचना कि मैं बाकी तीनों से प्यार नहीं करता. प्यार तो मैं उतना ही करता हूँ. देखो. So he loves all the four types of Sukritina devotees. After all, they approach Krishna. Though they have material desires, even though they have material desires, but still they are approaching Krishna, no? So because they are approaching Krishna, they are also loved by Krishna. Krishna loves them very much. Udaraha sarva evaite jnani tvatmaiva me matam आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा माम एवानुत्तमां गतिम। उदारः उदाराः, उदार हृदय क्या बोलता है, ही इज मैग्नानिमस, लाइक दैट, मैग्नानिमस। उदाराः सर्व एवैते, सर्व मीन again it is referred to those four kind of people. So those four kind of people, sarva, among all of them, udarah, everyone is udarah, udarah, they are magnanimous, sarva evaite, jnanitva atmaiva me matam. But still the jnani, the person who is a jnani, who approaches Krishna in full knowledge, Krishna considers him to be just like him only, right? Krishna considers that devotee on the same platform as himself. Jnani tva atma eva me matam. This is my opinion, that I consider him to be qualitatively like me only. Why? Because a jnani is already on the platform of spirit soul, and he is rendering service all the time, which means that he is doing his eternal occupation. He is in the he is not on the bodily platform anymore. So he is as good as, Krishna. Why? Because both of them are now spirit on the same platform itself. So he doesn't become Krishna, but at the same time, qualitatively, you can see that he is also Satchidananda. He is also, spirit spark of Krishna, and Krishna is the complete whole. So qualitatively, they come on the same platform. This is my opinion. That is what Krishna is saying. Jnanitva atmaiva me matam. आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा माम एवानुत्तमां गतिम। आस्थितः, and by staying there, being situated, sahi yuktatma, engaged in, so युक्त रहना मतलब वो करना, युक्तात्मा means to do what is being referred here, do bhakti, yuktatma mam eva evanuttamam gatim, so mam eva anuttamam gatim. So such a person, by rendering devotional service, staying there on that platform, he attains the highest perfection, anuttamam gatim, highest destination. Gatim means destination. Anuttamam gatim, what is that? Mameva, he comes unto me, that is the uttama gati. So he goes back to Godhead, he goes to Goloka Vrindavan, Vaikuntha, that is the greatest destination. So all these devotees are undoubtedly magnanimous souls, but he who is situated in knowledge of me, I consider to be just like my own self. Being engaged in my transcendental service, he is sure to attain me, the highest and most perfect goal. So Krishna here, he says that what is the most perfect goal? It is to go back to him. Anuttamam gati. That is the highest destination. He says that. Second, how do you get there? You get there by being on the platform which is qualitatively same with Krishna. है ना? And how do you get that? By becoming a jnani, by having knowledge of Krishna and always rendering loving service to him. That's how you get there. So Krishna here speaks about the sambandha, what is their relationship and what is the process, and he also speaks about prayojana, what do you get at the end. See? This is why I told that the seventh chapter is like the heart of Krishna. These six chapters, and seventh especially, because Krishna speaks about a lot of things which is concerned with, our ultimate goal and objective, what we must be aspiring for, that we can understand through these words of Krishna only, that what is the greatest perfection of life. See, now you see all of them are magnanimous, all those things Krishna told. Now you see, Krishna said that the Jnani Bhakta is fixed in him and as the supreme goal, and thus he attains him. But how long does a Jnani take to become qualified as a pure devotee? You might have this doubt ना, कि प्रभु जी आपने ये तो बोल दिया कि आप क्या बोलते हैं कि बस इतना 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 ही करना है, पर कितना टाइम लगेगा वो भी तो बताओ, है ना? कितने टाइम में कोई व्यक्ति ज्ञानी भक्त बनता है? कितने वक्त में एक कितना टाइम में एक व्यक्ति शुद्ध भक्त बन जाता है, वो भी तो जानना पड़ेगा ना। या फिर हम कितने टाइम से एंडेवर कर रहे हैं, वो जानना पड़ेगा। So now Krishna speaks about the rarity of such a soul, कि वो ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई भी कभी भी बन जाता है. It is very rare. It is a very rare event. So that's why we must understand that whenever we see a devotee of the Lord who has surrendered his life na, for the sake of the Supreme Lord, we must never disrespect them. Never disrespect to Chodro. We should very especially respect them. Why? Because Krishna loves them. Krishna says that, na? They are very dear to me. Like I am dear to them, they are very dear to me. And now Krishna will say that how rare it is to become such a soul. We take them for granted. Those people, they roam around us in saffron and whites so that, they can deliver us from the clutches of Maya. And what do? We will say that कि अरे कुछ और हुआ नहीं रहेगा, सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुए रहेंगे तो ये कर रहे रहेंगे. ऐसा कुछ लोग रहते हैं ना, ऐसा सोचते हैं. They think that their life is a failure or whatever it is, but you see it is very rare, and this is what Krishna respects the most. This is what Krishna loves the most about his devotees, the rarity of a pure devotee that you can see. So echoing the 7.3, the Krishna now describes how rare it is for a jnani to attain such a level of high level of devotion that we can see. Bahunam janmanamante ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेवः सर्वमिति समहात्मा सुदुर्लभः बहुनाम जन्मनामन्ते. बहुनाम, बहुत सारा, बहुत, मैनी 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 मैनी, बहुनाम, Janmanamante. So many births. So Janma means birth. Na? So many birth or many lifetimes. So Bahunam Janmanamante. After the end of many births. Births and deaths. Bahunam Janmanamante. Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. A person who is in knowledge, who is a jnani, who has knowledge of me, Jnanavan, who has full knowledge, he Mam Prapadyate. He surrenders unto me. So when does somebody surrender? Bahunam Janmanamante. After a prolonged practice of many millions and billions of lifetimes, somebody surrenders unto Krishna. See, this is very important. Krishna is not saying that, after some lifetime. 10 lifetime, 20 lifetime, 700 lifetime. No. Krishna is saying Bahunam Janmanamante. Once a spirit soul, he is transmigrating and he starts getting knowledge. But still after millions and millions of birth, Bahuna, many birth. Krishna is not even mentioning a number. You see, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan, a person who is in full knowledge, Mam Prapadyate, surrenders unto me. You see, who is in full knowledge. If a person is in full knowledge, you see, if you want to test knowledge of somebody, you can test by this shloka. This shloka clearly says that jnanavan mam prapadyate. A person who is in knowledge, who is in full knowledge, he will surrender unto Krishna. That is the test of full knowledge. If somebody is claiming that he has all the knowledge in this world, and if he is not surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna, it means that he has no knowledge as per Bhagavad Gita, because Krishna very clearly says that jnanavan mam prapadyate. A person in full knowledge after many lifetimes takes shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. He surrenders unto the lotus feet of Krishna. So, if a person is claiming that he is Jnanavan and at the same time he is trying to enjoy or lord it over the material nature, or he is doing anything apart from surrendering unto the lotus feet of Krishna, he is faking, he is fooling himself and others as well. He has no knowledge. Because Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. A person who is in full knowledge, who comes to the platform of full knowledge after many births and deaths, he surrenders unto Krishna. See how much time it takes to come to that level. Bahunam Janmanamante. So we all might have also started our journey many millions of lifetimes ago. in very small ways. We see, we get very much disappointed sometimes that, we hear a class or we read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and we get some sort of realization that, okay, this is the way I want to lead my life further. I just don't want to be like animals now. I have understood that this is my path and this is what I want to follow. And after a point of time, we also try to distribute this knowledge with others, only to realize that nobody is interested many a times, isn't it? We try to make them understand. Some people listen, some people don't even listen. Some people might, argue with you, argue and fail, but still say that, no, I don't wish to do it, I won't do it. Why? Bahunam Janmanamante. It is not something which is acquired very easily. It is not very easy to understand Krishna's message. It is not very easy to surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. It is actually the blessings of Krishna only that takes you close to Krishna. It is the blessing of a Vaishnava, a pure devotee of the Lord, that takes you closer to Krishna. The biggest qualification that we have is that we are some way or the other, we have touched, or we somehow or the other got connected with Srila Prabhupada. Trust me, that is the only qualification that we have. Because here Krishna says that Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. Somebody who is in full knowledge, he surrenders unto me after millions and millions of lifetimes. We have no jnana yet. We have no knowledge. And we are not even surrendered. But still, we know now for sure that that is the ultimate goal of life. And Krishna will accept us. Why? Because Ashuddha Vaishnava, like Srila Prabhupada, has touched our life. Somehow or the other, we were fortunate enough that we got in touch with Prabhupada. That is the only qualification that we have. So Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. Somebody who is in knowledge, he takes refuge unto me. And he knows one thing. What is his jnana? His jnana is Vasudevaha Sarvamiti. Everything is Vasudevaha, is Krishna. Everything is Krishna, Vishnu, or Narayana. He comes to know that Sarvamiti, everything, means this external energy is Krishna, this Tatastha Shakti is coming from Krishna, this universe is maintained by Krishna, this Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti, everything belongs to Krishna. Everything. Krishna is the source. Sarva Karana Karanam. Ishvaraha Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadirādira Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the reason, he is the cause behind every causes. Everything that happens. That somebody knows. That is actual jnana. That is the actual knowledge. So for such a devotee who has rendered his life at the lotus feet of Krishna, Krishna is everything. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So Krishna, you realize that Krishna loves that person so much that Krishna is only calling him Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. That he is not an ordinary Atma. He's a Mahatma. He's a great personality. He's a great soul. Sa Mahatma Sudurlabham. It is very difficult. Durlabh hai वैसा व्यक्ति. It is very difficult. It is very rare to see such a person. It is very rare to find such a person who is what? Who is such a Mahatma? Who, after millions and millions of lifetimes, acquiring perfect knowledge, has surrendered his life unto the lotus feet of Krishna. This is not something that I am saying from my own. You can see in the pages of Bhagavad Gita this thing. And this is what we have to aspire for. Right? So this is, the ultimate destination, to somehow or the other get to the lotus feet of Krishna. And how do you get to the lotus feet of Krishna? How do you know that what is perfect knowledge? पिबन्ति ये भगवतात्मनः सताम् कथामृतं श्रवणपुटेषु संभृतम् पिब पुनन्ति ते विषयविदूषिताशयम् व्रजन्ति तच्चरण सरोरुहान्तिकम्. This is coming in the last verse of the third chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto. Actually, say Pibanti ye Bhagavata Atmanah Satam. So somebody who drinks what? Pibanti ye Bhagavata Atmana Satam, from the pure devotee, from the Bhagavata, from the Bhagavan, who is very dear to Atmana Satam, who is very dear to his devotees. Right. So Pibanti ye Bhagavata Atmana Satam Katha Amritam. Krishna Katha, which is what? Amritam, which is nectar. Kathamritam Shravana Puteshu. Shravana means to hear, and Shravana Puteshu means the ear holes. So Shravana Puteshu Sambritam, Pura Bhardo, filled up. You have to fill up your ear holes with what? Kathamritam, of whom? Bhagavan, who is very dear to his devotees. So Pibantiye, you have to drink through the ears. What? Kathamritam. And what happens? Punantite, and of such a person, Punanti gets purified. What does get purified? Punantite Vishaya Vidushita Ashayam. Now, Ashayam means the way of living, a philosophy with which you live. That is Ashayam. That aim, you can say, that is the aim, right? So, Vishaya Vidushita Ashayam. So, Vishaya means matter, all this world, the sense objects. Vishaya Vidushita Ashayam, somebody whose very purpose of life is only Vidushita, it's polluted. By what? By Vishaya, by the propensity to enjoy the sense objects. You see? Punantite Vishaya Vidushita Ashayam, that very Ashayam, that very mindset, that very aim of life, that very mind of that person is purified. Punantite Vishaya Vidushita Ashayam. And what is the next step? What happens after that? Vrajanti tat charana saroruhantikam. Vrajanti. He starts walking towards tat charana, the charana, the feet of whom? Of that personality, Krishna. Tat charana saroru hantikam. Saroru means it's like a lotus. So his feet is like a lotus. It's lotus feet. So such a person who hears from the pure devotees of the Lord, or who hears about the Supreme Lord and his activities and his leelas with his devotees, his very what do you say, his very perverted, polluted aim of life is actually purified, and he starts walking towards the lotus feet of Krishna. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate. This is jnana, to know about Krishna, to hear about Krishna, to speak about Krishna, to hear about Krishna to that point that you know you only have Krishna inside you now. Like that, you have to hear in that fashion every day. And for such a person, that person is regularly taking steps towards the lotus feet of Krishna, right? So yes, after many many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders to unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. So we have to respect the rare great souls that we have. We are being left with in this world. After some years, they will also go away, because Kali is progressing now. We can see that. So the influence of Kali is actually inevitable. So somewhere or the other, it is going to affect us very badly. But till the time such great pure devotees of the Lord, who are very rare to see, are found, you know, in this world, till that time we can take benefit. We can go and bow down before them. Just by bowing down, Krishna is very much pleased. In the first canto, second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when the description comes of all the rishis, munis, and all who have come to the banks of the Ganges to hear Srimad Bhagavatam and to visit Maharaj Parikshit, who is about to leave this planet in a matter of 7 days and 7 nights. At that point, there is a description that comes that Sutta Goswami says that those are, the Brahmanas, sages, and rishis and munis who are very so powerful that they have the potency to purify the pilgrimage. You're getting? They go to a dham, and by their presence the dham is purified. They have such caliber because they are carrying Krishna in their heart, right? So these people, they are Mahatmas who are there for us now. In a matter of time we might lose them, so we must not lose the opportunity to associate with them and take shelter at their lotus feet, because once you take shelter at the lotus feet of a pure devotee of the Lord, Krishna will never leave you. Krishna will be under your clutch always, right? So we must pray that Krishna, you please send a pure devotee of yours into our life so that we can take advantage of them, because in this age of Kali it is very difficult to find such a person. Already they are so rare that Krishna is only speaking in Bhagavad Gita that they are very rare. Now we must pray very sincerely that Krishna sends his pure devotees to our lives, right? And we must hear about Krishna a lot, without any reservations or without any excuses. We have to daily hear about Krishna. That is how you get closer and closer to Krishna, by hearing about him, by reading about him, by chanting his holy names. That is what it is. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. We will stop here up to 19th. We will try to complete it by tomorrow if the time permits. Hare Krishna. If you have any doubts or comments or anything, you can unmute yourself and please continue asking.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, no doubt.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Very nice lecture.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. You have any doubt, Mataji? No.
No question.
Okay. Thank you so much for attending. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.